Controversial House Bill 2 has been topping state headlines since it passed last week in an emergency one-day legislation session. The bill is a response to Charlotte's LGBT anti-discrimination ordinance and prevents local governments from creating their own anti-discrimination ordinances. Some are calling it the bathroom bill, since part of the legislation sought to protect transgender people who choose to use the public restrooms matching their gender identity rather than their biological sex. Supporters of the bill say it protects privacy, while opponents are saying it takes away the rights of LGBT individuals.
And North Carolina is currently facing a federal lawsuit from the American Civil Liberties Union, which is claiming the bill unconstitutional. With the race for the governor's seat approaching this November, Democratic candidate and current Attorney General Roy Cooper has criticized the bill, saying he will not defend it in court. It's a decision Governor Pat McCrory says is purely political.
When you are the state's lawyer, you are a lawyer first and a politician second. Therefore, I want to encourage the Attorney General to reconsider his flawed logic.
While Governor McCrory has continued to defend House Bill 2 as a common sense law to protect privacy, he says some tweaks to the law are possible down the road.
And from the state capitol to the bricks of Elon, our Michelle Alfini took a look at how campus is responding to the bill.
While many Elon students were coming back to North Carolina after spring break, it was hard not to notice the social media backlash against the state's most recent law. Take another look at the businesses and institutions coming out against House Bill 2, and you may notice one more.
Oh my gosh, Elon University's on this list.
In a statement released by the university, Elon says, "We wish to reaffirm that Elon remains committed to inclusion and equal protection for all people." The statement also acknowledges that the law doesn't apply to Elon as it is a private institution. Despite that, many students and faculty members wanted to take action when they got back to campus.
The first thing I thought when I heard of this thing being passed was, what can I do about it?
For freshman Amy Belfer, taking action meant spreading the word about the bill. She's encouraging others to add their voice to the conversation on social media, using hashtags #WeAreNotThis and spread love, not hate.
I just don't understand how, especially in this day and age when we have been progressing towards equality, they can just take a giant step back.
The faculty response was to educate.
There's a group of us that came together basically over the phone during spring break and said, this piece of legislation is getting a lot of attention on social media. It's really the buzz of the day. This seems like something a lot of our students may be interested in, and so let's do something.
Jason Husser and the Council for Civic Engagement led a session alongside the Gender and LGBTQIA Center to explain House Bill 2. Husser says the first step Elon students and citizens can take to respond to legislation like this is to understand how these rules are made and who is making them.
State representatives, state senators, state governors, even though they're not focused on as much, and a lot of people don't know who they are, know much about them, are extraordinarily powerful in our day-to-day lives.
Power that brought North Carolina to national attention with just one day's work. Michelle Alfini, Elon Local News.
Though most Elon students come from out of state, students can choose to register to vote in North Carolina through elon.turbovote.org/register.